Homeless John is sitting next to his broken-down wheelchair. He has a white and blue blanket covering his legs. Though out of sight, they are clearly very small, barely registering below. He barely moves, frozen there. Homeless John had polio and then meningitis as a child. Later, the polio recurred. Over the years, his legs have gotten worse and worse. He says they seem to get worse almost daily. He used to be a teacher, but those days have passed.
The Matthew 25 collection is an opportunity for the diocese to serve the poor, and in a manner that is directly benefiting the poor in the parishes that are conducting this collection.
I'm certainly very much appreciative of the collection of the Matthew 25 that will be occurring in our diocese for that whole reason that the funds will be staying locally. I think it's just a very motivating aspect when one can see that their funds, sharing of their treasure, is going to be helping a local charity instead of something that is far away, and you don't see the product.
With the dramatic increase in need that we've seen over the course of the last several years, I believe that the Matthew 25 collection is a very, very, very timely endeavor. The Matthew 25 collection will allow parishes to address those very basic needs, and I'm sure each and every parish has seen with their own eyes that dramatic increase in need. And this is a specific collection where parishes will have the ability to meet that increased need among their parishioners.
Your generous support for the Matthew 25 collection in 2010 was impressive. Every dollar received goes directly to fight poverty, hunger, and homelessness. A total of $193,000 was collected to help the needy of our area. 25% of this remained in the parishes for their use in providing direct aid. In addition, 10 direct service project grants were funded totaling $35,000. And 7 community service project grants were awarded with funding totaling over $53,000. Funding for these many projects was made possible by the sacrifices of the many good people of the Diocese of Harrisburg, who gratefully shared with others what they have received from God.
Certainly in our baptismal promises, it was just a part of who we are as Catholic Christians. It's certainly not an option or just something if I feel like doing. Certainly all through Scripture, especially in the Gospels. Jesus' call to help one another, and in that whole section of Matthew 25 of clothing the naked, feeding the poor, visiting the sick, those who are imprisoned. Again, just how important that is, and not just when I have time. Just a very important part of our responsibility.
In this era of a very, very difficult economic time, many of us continue to be very, very blessed. Most of us continue to be very, very blessed. However, there is a large portion of our communities that are really, really, really hurting. It is incumbent upon those of us that have received all of these blessings all of our lives, particularly now, to share those blessings with all of the other people that are in need throughout our community. We are the ones that need to support them and can support them. And the Matthew 25 collection is one means of doing that.
For those in our community that need the help of a loving community, a loving church, there are many, unfortunately, in our economic times that have fallen on difficulty. Many who need just simple help of being able to have a meal, simple help of being able to have clothing on their back, simple help of being able to be sheltered overnight. This is what Matthew 25 collection is intended to address, the needs of the neediest in our community. As a Catholic community, I sincerely ask all of the faithful in the Diocese of Harrisburg to please be generous to this collection. it is taking care of our brothers and sisters. And in doing so, we can never forget that in taking care of our brothers and sisters, we are taking care of Jesus. Because it's Jesus who told us that when we do this for the least of our brothers, we do it for him. God bless you, and thank you for your generosity.